Hi guys, welcome to Becky B Tarot. My name is Becky. I'm a spiritual advisor, clairvoyant and energy reader. We are just doing like a little tap in for each sign to see what comes through. Who's next? We've got Scorpio. Scorpio, you might be dealing with a Taurus or something, so a Taurus energy there because it just kind of popped out. But I'm getting someone out of breath. You might be really struggling, or you'll feel like it's just an upheaval, or there's something that's kind of draining your energy. Some of you might be feeling extremely passionate about someone, so passionate that you might be doing some business to yourself. I feel like, Scorpio, you're coming to the realization that I just heard like, I love them. I actually love them. It's like a realization that you love someone. Scorpio. That's how it feels anyway. Let's have a look. Scorpio. Oh. Okay. So for those of you, for those of you that it resonates, just take it how it might be you or person you're connected to or someone around you, or it might completely not resonate for you, don't worry about it. So we've got, you're coming to a conclusion that you're actually you're actually in serious grief, and you're grieving some kind of connection here. And you're realizing that you've been settling in the past. You've been keeping things to yourself. You've not been open and expressive, which has been causing cycles of like just deception and darkness. And you're learning a very strong lesson here. And it's all this lesson is regarding, look, commitment and union, Scorpio. There's healing that's needed in order for you to be able to get this. But I do feel like you're realizing that you're grieving someone and that you love them. And there's a lesson in communication here for you. Maybe you've not communicated this with them. Numbing yourself. Yeah. There's a lesson in communication. I think you've learned, do you know what's coming through? You've learned a big lesson in how strong the words you say are. What's coming through is I feel like you may have said things to this person that you really didn't mean. And now it's biting you on the arse because you've said things to this person and they've gone away. I think they've overanalyzed it so much, the things that you've said, that they now, not only have they believed them, but they've accepted it and then worked through the healing, and you're like, oh fuck. So like, say if you told someone, I don't love you and I actually never loved you, I just used you, yeah? Something like that. Which is horrific to say to someone. But this person may have been utterly heartbroken, devastated, grieved, gone through all the motions, but then healed and reflected and then accepted that you didn't ever love them. And they've like reached some kind of healing of like, it's okay, I love them, they didn't return the love, and they're moving forward in their healing journey. And you are like, oh fuck, Scorpio, if this resonating for you, or it could be someone towards you, they're like, oh fuck, that wasn't true. So, and I've left it too long. And now I'm stuck grieving because I can't be open and express my emotions, and I'm too busy hiding stuff. Oh God. Yeah, ascended communication card again. You are going to have to learn to communicate, Scorpio. You have got to learn to communicate here. I'm being guided to put these back and pull again. Yeah, so I'm getting stuff like that, or maybe there's things you, like, if you didn't say it to them, like you talked shit about them or something, and what's happened is it looped back around and then they found out and now they believe it. Same thing, like they believe it, they've worked for in here, and now you're like, oh, fucking hell, like, I didn't even mean that. And you're learning that communicate, like, you can't go around and say things you don't mean, like, settling again. So the settling's come out again. Fear. Yeah, it feels like Scorpio, you choose to settle because of your fears. So, and this could be, do you know what? This is what's you're probably gonna break at some point and come forward. And that's gonna be the lesson in communication, because I feel like you've never done that before. You may have, like, if you've ever been in connections in the past, you may have just walked because you were like, no, I'm done things in anger and whatever, walked away and then regretted it and wanted to go back, but your pride and ego and fears kept you kind of away, and that's settling because you wasn't being true to yourself. Or even if you didn't want to be with other people, but you might have wanted to go back and communicate things and you didn't, and it feels like you're going to get to a point, because this person, if it resonates for you, it feels like a very strong soulmate. I'm hearing karmic as well, so there may have been karma that's being cleared regarding this person, but you are going to be learning the lesson of communication. And I think you're scared, and you've been scared before in similar situations, but you are waking up to divine timing and understanding that I can't do this thing where I leave it too long again. I can't do it. I keep being drawn to the Cancer card. Some of you might be dealing with a Cancer. And it all comes down to self-worth. Do you love yourself enough to be honest and true to yourself? You clearly want forgiveness for something. You're clearly devoted towards someone. Release. Oh, release what? Recognizing you're upset because you need to release, like, this whole I'm devastated about and all these fears, and just learn to be true to you. Yeah, there's that union, balancing, healing. I think you're holding on to shit from the past as well. They're holding on to, like, third parties or things that interfere in the connection. This is waiting for you to create the fresh start by communicating your fears and anything else that's been eating you up alive. There's light in the darkness. Follow it, Scorpio. What others do you want? You want this one? Okay. They're saying, yeah, you need to learn the flow of life. Working through the energies, allowing them to flow. Because the wheel's turning, but you're actively blocking it, Scorpio, by trying to control. When it doesn't need control, it needs you to be vulnerable, open and honest and communicative. This is all to do with your soul retrieval. The arrow is pointing one way and one way only, and you know it. Literally, this person really, like, is seductive. Like, you find very seductive. You feel like this person is the one, but you just... I'm no good expressing it. There's been a cycle that's completed. I feel like when you come forward, because you're going to, Scorpio, you are going to. This whole time issues eating you as well, but there's a completion of a karmic lesson. You've gone round in enough circles and cycles with this person and other people that it's done. So when you come forward and are open and honest, it's going to be a completion. What do you want to clarify on? I feel like once you do this for the first time, be open and communicate whatever you want to communicate, Scorpio. You're going to, I was about to say, you're going to see your life transform and change for the better. And then the blessed card flipped out. You will feel so different about life and everything else once you have this conversation. This conversation is not going to go how you think it's going to go. Clarify and completion. Like, everything you imagined and ever imagined wanting, you can have, but it's weird because it's all it takes is this. And then you're going to start mending the connection, mending your life. You're going to feel like you can go the distance. There's going to be a shift in the wind. Yeah, you're going to feel balanced. You're going to be able to see what this person's been offering you the whole time, but for some reason, because of all your shadows, you couldn't see it. You're going to see that your circle was no good. There's a circle around you, for those who it resonates for, that are no good. You know that you need a new life, and I feel with this person, and you know that your circle is shit and wrong and doesn't bring you peace, and you know what brings you peace, but you are back and forth because you don't, your fear just keeps you locked, Scorpio. but they're not going to allow it. Higher power, they're like, come on, we know, we want this change, this shift in the wind to happen, and so do you. It's time now for your soul to heal, to mend, for you to be vulnerable and stop being so rigid and having your guard up. It's time for you to be flexible and learn how to co-create with someone, or just learn how to co-create with the right people for your life. And learning how to be fair, equal, balanced, because you're not, Scorpio. For some of you, you may have just been all about the sex, which weirdly enough we did get that panting at the beginning, but the sex doesn't do anything for you. It feels like for those of you, with your fear, if you choose to run around and run away and have sex with lots of people, it's a numbing. Loads of people use that for numbing. You don't feel good for it. You don't feel good after it. You feel even worse, but it's just a habit. It's a bad habit, a toxic shadow of you just trying to numb. Stop, you're going to stop convincing yourself that it's anything you want. Anything else? Oh, your ancestors are working with you. It feels like, yeah, regeneration in this connection and your life completely, soulmates. Your ancestors are helping you see that everything that you've imagined about life that you wanted and all the things you were drawn to weren't nothing. Isn't real, hasn't been real. Your circle around you, so your friends, maybe your family, it's all bullshit. Like, they're all competitive with each other. I'm just getting like there's no equal give and take. It's fake. Like, everyone's being competitive, but in the wrong, negative way, and it's all trying to, I'm getting like one up, and what everyone's like showing and fighting for is fake. It's not real. It's not going to fulfill your soul. But you're going to make the shift to know what is, Scorpio. And all it takes is you dropping that guard and being true to someone and just coming out of that fear and acknowledging the journey. It's been really hard. I do feel like what you want to communicate to this person, you are petrified because you've never told anyone, but you are a warrior. You are strong enough to do this, Scorpio. You really are. And your world is going to change from the second you do. I promise you that. Scorpio, closing. Yeah, so I saw the whole panting thing and the whole like, God, I love them. And then that energy kind of like, once you free up that energy, you kind of calm down and the dust settles from that high, like passionate energy about this person, this connection. They're helping you to see things differently. And then I'm getting you pacing up and down because you're like scared, like, to either organise the meet or like before you go in somewhere and talk to them, you're going to get in front of them, for those who resonate, and you're going to be like, oh no, fuck this, I can't do this. But know that spirit and your guides are going to be right there with you, like, come on, you can do this. I feel like then you're just going to blurt out at them, not full details, but you're just going to blurt out some random, and they're going to kind of know what you mean. And yeah, it's going to go a lot better than you're expecting, Scorpio. That's all I can say. This person's very understanding. The energy feels very understanding. It's like a mother. Like, you know, like a real mothering energy that's like loving, nurturing, and so understanding. Like, you know, if you make a mistake and you, like, I don't know, I didn't have a mum like this. But you know, like those mums where it's like, you make a mistake and they're like, it's okay. They talk it through and you work stuff out. And then they hug you and kiss you and tell you they love you. Like, oh, it's a lovely energy. Whoever that you're terrified to talk to, Scorpio. Yeah, so that's it. If you're interested in having a private reading, details are in the description box down below. And yeah, if it resonates for you, please hit the like button. And in the meantime, I send you so much love and light. Bye.